Oh, I'm like, hi everyone. I've been out of commission for a while. Um, I don't like to get on here and repetitively keep repeating the trauma that I've been through, but I told you all and I made a promise that I'm going to keep you informed on changes and things that's happened. So last time I was on, pest control was here, and they told me everything had to be removed out of my kitchen and placed in bins. And they told them that they could do that. So I recorded it. I made a video on it because I played the comments that the exterminator was telling me the day that maintenance man kept running in and out of our apartment, and he wasn't authorized to do that without 24-hour notice. Once he did it the first time and he left, the exterminator was still here, telling me in detail what is going on with these green beetles. And he said it was a manifestation. Well, let me share something with you. Okay. Now, this letter here is dated uh, January 27th. I think I posted this one. Okay. You can see the date up there. I'm going to put it a little closer. Maybe y'all can read it. I like to say my evidence like this now. They told me on the 29th of January between 9 and 5, exterminator was supposed to come in here. So I called down to the office and I asked them, I said, well, isn't the exterminator, my face is getting fatter, isn't the exterminator supposed to exterminate my apartment? And I said, no one came. And she said, uh, I wasn't on the list. And I said, yes, I was. And I said, I have a letter. So she said, well, go get that letter and show it to me. So I went down there and made a copy and she looked at it. She made a copy of it. She says, yeah, well. Now, if I have a manifestation in my apartment, I wasn't supposed to get this letter notifying me that they're treating other apartments for the same problem because according to the exterminator, he claimed it was manifestation, and he mandated reporter when he had to report this. Okay. Now, Boston Housing knows about this, plus the mayor's office knows about this, because she said that they were going to inquire about this situation in my apartment. Ain't nothing been done. Okay. Now, this one is dated February 10th, 2025. Now they put this on my underneath my door on the 10th, so it's within 2 days. Basically, I would say a day and a half because they should have. If they put it on there on the 10th, they could come on a Wednesday. I mean on a Tuesday, which would kind of like, because if you deliver something at somebody's house at 5 o'clock in the evening the day before, it's not 24-hour notice if you come before 5 o'clock. So I told them to date their timestamp these notices. They don't do that. But anyway, it should be after 3 now. Okay, I've made my dinner. I went over there. I said, hell with this. I'm going to go ahead and cook. I'm waiting for them to come all morning. And it looks like they're doing another no-show. Because when I went downstairs to inquire about the exterminator, it was in the afternoon. And they told me that they had to probably do the building across the street first, but I'm definitely on the list for them to come to my apartment. Now, okay, let's go with this one. This is the court order that I filed. That they're violating this court order. And this court order states, if you can freeze it and read it, that they're also supposed to secure my pets. And we have a date to go to court, me and this agency that I read from, on the 20th. Okay, housing court. Now, if I have a manifestation in my apartment and it's labor to get it out, to get it where they could come in and treat it, they're refusing to help me, and they got me in this condition. But the fact that I'm getting these notices from the exterminator coming, but he's coming everywhere else but my apartment. What message are they sending me? I would love your comments. Please comment on this. Oh, look at that. I can move my shoulder. Look at that. It don't go all the way up, but, you know, it's getting there. It never will be 100%, put it that way. But I'm dying because the court papers, when I went down there, it was supposed to be Beverly McLeod versus Peabody Properties. But now it's the community builders. And they just put the address, you know, that it says that the address versus Beverly McLeod. And I guess they're supposed to provide an attorney as well to the party or attorneys above. Okay, now they don't come today. Look what they put in my hand. They're coming in to treat other people's apartments and then neglecting mine. What message are they telling me? I'm back in Peabody Properties. How in the hell you asked me to give you a chance to treat me like a human being, and you ignore the fact that the government is paying all this money besides the little portion that I pay to live in filth. The revelation that I've had, I've got a, let me see if I can pull it up for y'all. Y'all got to start being smart about your situation. Now, let me go to my Gmail. Y'all gonna love this. Gmail. Okay. I got to share this with y'all. Y'all got to be just a little bit patient. This is a letter. Are y'all familiar with Senator Elizabeth Warren? She tried to go for the presidency when Biden got elected, but one of those times. And she said that she was going to be for the issue on police things. Okay, let me see. Oh, I know it's here. Give me a chance to find it, y'all. Yeah. Okay. Casework, Elizabeth Warren. Okay. Here you go, y'all. Can you see it? Can you see it any kind of way? Well, it's there. And says, thank you for taking the time to contact me regarding, I can't see it all, regarding your concern with Peabody Properties. Okay. In order for me to best represent the citizens of Massachusetts, it is vital that I receive options and concerns such as yours. I am honored by the opportunity to serve the people of our Commonwealth, and I am always interested in doing so more effectively. Sweet introduction, isn't it? I have to. I can't read it all, so I have to scroll across. Okay, now, however, I regret to inform you that I cannot be of service to you as a United States Senator. I am unable to dictate actions to federal, state, or local agencies. Therefore, I feel it would be inappropriate for me to intervene in matters such as yours. I'm pausing. This is really, I read part of it, but this is really the first time I'm reading it in detail. All I had to do was see the second paragraph and I knew what time it was. Okay, let me see what I can remember. Okay, members of Congress are precluded from inquiring into matters pending before the courts. They won't even let me get to court. Let me slow this up a little bit. Okay, let me get to the conclusion of letters. Unfortunately, my involvement in your present situation may be viewed as interference in a judicial process, and I regret that I cannot be of more assistance to you at this time. Thank you again for bringing this matter again. Okay, y'all see this? Thank you again. Okay, tell you, I've contacted the senators, the legislator. The governor won't respond, but at least the mayor's office, kudos for her because they have a plan of action for me. And I have to go down to City Hall. But I'm dealing with a lot of things, and because of the PTSD, the anxiety, and the depression, when I went to see the mayor's office, I couldn't even talk. I was crying so much. So I went through a shutdown period. And I'll tell you about this with the revelations. But let me finish. Okay. I regret that I cannot be of more assistance to you at this time. Thank you again for bringing this matter to my attention. Please do not hesitate to contact me again if I can be of future assistance to you. Elizabeth Warren, United States Senator. I answered that reply and I expressed how disappointed I was that she couldn't assist in this police misconduct that she wanted to go for presidency on, and the fact that this housing discrimination. But her posters are posted everywhere in the Black community. My mother even put it on her house, Elizabeth Warren, Elizabeth Warren. I had always admired Elizabeth Warren because I always thought that she was for the people in a way, but I'm realizing they only come out during time for election. So I got a job to do because I can go out YouTube shit and I can go out and put it on TikTok. But I sent her a message how disappointed I was. You cannot be afraid of these people that you elect. Okay? You need to go to them. You need to keep your paperwork. Now, here's the revelation that I wanted to talk about. Now, as you all know, I won this case with Peabody Properties. But because the governor, Miss Haley, won't allow you access to your police reports, because some of them are, a lot of them are probably false police reports. And that's why they won't let a lawyer have access to public records. So that's why I can't get a lawyer to take this, because they won't release by the law, and it's in the law that you're supposed to have access to police misconduct so that we can take them to court. Well, now you see why. The revelations is when you get to the conclusion of your story and what happened to you, and you have all of your evidence right there. Even them telling me to go get signed releases to talk to my lawyer at the time, and then they didn't do none of it. Boston Housing Authority. They didn't want my evidence, so they closed the case with MCAD. They didn't find nothing. Even the racist video, they said they didn't have to listen to or talk to my witnesses. How is that operating on, if you are Massachusetts Commission Against Discrimination, why are you turning down my evidence? This is revelation. That's why I'm knocking on their doors. And I'm going to go down and knock on the mayor's door again. I am sharing this with you all, so you know. Massachusetts is a system within its own system of justice here. If you're pouring money into Massachusetts, hey, discriminate, beat them up, cause them to have things, just mistreat them, just going in and out their apartments and nag them and, harass them. They got an open book to harass, and you can't do nothing about it. The suffering that many times I went to the hospital thinking I'm having a heart attack from the panic. And they said they used a scare tactic. It's in the racist audio. That's good evidence, y'all. And my medical records state Peabody Property that I can't get better with my health until I'm in a safe environment. Y'all just don't know what these people have put me through. And now this? What happened to give us a chance? I was ready to abandon my apartment. I went down to them. I said, look, I can't do this no more. I'm moving out. I can't take it. Y'all can have this apartment. And that's when they told me, no, Miss McLeod, Peabody Properties is gone. We have removed them from the building. The owner of the property, the community builders, are here. And they had me sign something saying that they fired Peabody Properties and, that they're not connected, well, whatever. But that don't mean shit. My medical records say that I was in duress. Okay? You can't sign nothing under that condition because you ain't in your right mind. So they can't hold that. And my latest argument with her, like I told them, I said, with this pest control stuff, I said, you know what? From now on, y'all going to do recordings in my apartment, because every time I record with y'all tell something different, And then they admitted coming to my apartment to drop off boxes. And then they want to try to blame that on me. Well, Mr. Cloud, we wanted to leave some boxes at your door, but we knocked on your door and we tried to call you and we didn't get an answer. Wow. That would tell you I'm not home. I could be at physical therapy or someplace, because I had scheduled appointments. I'm still recovering from my shoulder, and for them to turn around and try to blame me for not getting the boxes in my house. What happened to the 24-hour notice? She said, oh, yeah, you got us there. Goddamn right. You're coming and you're intimidating me by trying to tell me, well, you lost out of them delivering the boxes. Hell, that they had notified me that they're coming to drop off these boxes. But what happened? They never gave me the boxes. And then the lady, when I went downstairs the day of the incident with the breaking and entering into my apartment, she had an attitude. We don't have to give you no boxes. See this shit? You see it? You hear the shit, okay? This is why I want everything recorded now. Okay? You can't say I'm the angry Black woman. I don't react like that. I'd be very quiet because I don't make rash decisions without thinking about the incident and looking at it and running through it like a movie camera. And I pick out what don't make sense and why. See? Be like, hold on for a minute. So you're saying, and I say this to them, da 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 da, because I want to make sure that you're telling me and what I'm hearing is correct. So da 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 da. Then I process it. Common sense. See? There's not always an answer at that time to you to give an answer. And a lot of us, including me, don't ask questions. But I've learned how to ask questions, especially pertaining to something. And like I told them, they gang up on me when I bring up this subject. And they said, well, didn't so-and-so this, when they talk about, well, didn't so-and-so bring boxes to your house and da-da-da-da-da. Didn't I tell you I was going to come by? I said, yeah, at 10 o'clock in the morning, and you never showed up. But for somehow, they're taking these incidents that they said that they're going to do and want to hold it against me because it's not done. I'm not stupid. Come on, y'all. I got 2 pest control things here, and I got to go before the judge on the 20th of February. Now, I got to tell them and bring that one of my, the YouTube that I told about the pest control guy as evidence. You're telling me, what are you telling me when you won't exterminate my building and you're trying to hide the fact that they're coming in here doing other people's apartments and I'm getting these letters by accident? We're going to go to court on this. A manifestation? Y'all, I tell you, I'm so glad I learned how to laugh instead of cry. But I still get teary-eyed on stick because it's an emotional shit. And people listen with a smile more than they listen with anger because we all feel it every day. We don't need to see it off of somebody else's expression. But I've missed my friend in Africa, Calais. For some reason, I haven't gotten the courage to talk with him because I feel like I've abandoned him. But I haven't talked to many members of my family either. I've been helping my son here because he switched jobs and they didn't put him on schedule right away. So I gave him some financial security, but I'm not celebrating Christmas, but the fact that I didn't get a Christmas card or Christmas gift from my siblings, my kids, but I send them money, Christmas, birthdays, but I'm neglected on holidays, Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, birthday. I'll get a happy birthday, but sometimes my son here takes me out to eat. He do contribute to my birthdays I got to give him kudos for that. But and I understand Christmas time with the changing of the guard, and he didn't get on. But, no, don't worry about that. I'm mama. If you leave me, I'm coming. I've lived and I'm comfortable with myself. Of course, if I would want a home and stuff like that, I would love to have a yard, but my mother has property in Florida. But God rest her soul, she's passed. And my son is on that property. It's a lot and a half. And I'm going to take a trip down there and I'm going to develop that land instead of putting a house back on it. I'm going to put a little vegetable stand because she had a kindergarten there at one time, and she had a store there at one time, Letty's, groceries. I remember people coming by every day in the morning. Miss Packer, Miss Packer. Mama said, send her a loaf of white bread. I'll never forget that as long as I live. But my family's always been a productive family, business-wise. My great-great-grandmother was a businesswoman. My grandmother was a businesswoman. My mother owned a business. Everybody they all owned their business. That's why my sister's an entrepreneur, And my son's girlfriend is into it. My son is into it. He's trying to find something that, that's the thought now is, and I got to get into doing something that I like to do. I did the candle thing, but I want to do the floral thing. I can show y'all some examples of what I do. I just wanted to get on here, and this is another evidence. So when I do this, I'm collecting evidence, and I don't know why. It should be getting close to 3:30 now, or going on 4. They only got an hour and a half basically to come to my apartment, but I don't think they're coming. I walked out here twice and I've seen the trays and things. I see 2 doors down, and then I heard someone going into the apartment over here, but no one's come to my door. Like the lady downstairs, the maintenance dude said, "Oh, I don't think she's on the list today." And she said, "Yes, she's on the list for them to come to her apartment today." But like I say, why you gonna send me these notices? You ain't secured my pets and everything over there is in the cabinets. I am a diabetic. I had to sit all day, even though I have bad eating habits, but my face is good food. And oh God, where was I? And I said, fuck this shit, man. I went here and made me some homemade spaghetti because I love it with bell pepper and onions. I mean, and I make them with they're not fully cooked. They're just, oh my God. I'm getting ready to go eat me some spaghetti. And go lay down and watch me a movie. But Callie, I love you still. I just needed a break. Okay. When I'm going through things and out there moving and contacting these people, I got to wait until I get a story instead of breaking into little pieces. Now, wait till February 20th when we go to court and see what happens, because this is going to come out. Not only is this going to come out, but I'm trying to deal with now. How do I also put to this judge? I'm going to ask my son to download a couple of my doctor's letters saying I got PTSD from the harassment of this building. And this is continuing. How the hell you gonna treat me like a human being and you won't even come in here and exterminate bugs that are running around in your building and people's apartments. They like to go after the wheat and flour and stuff. So they eat the poison. No, they eat the sweet off the poison that they put down because they have a restaurant downstairs. And so they want to keep, rodents out of this apartment. But from the exterminator, I've been here, I thought 14 years, but 10 years. I've never had a roach or ant or anything in this apartment, not even a fly. Okay, I'm on the floor. Well, I'm upstairs, from the lobby, but wow, wow. Oh my God. There ain't no exterminator coming here today. I got medical issues. Why would you prolong me from occupying my kitchen, waiting for you to come in and do what you're supposed to do if you can and not eat? And if I had to be evacuated, like they put me and my son harassment for 2 months, every other week we were out in the hall for 7 hours, sitting there on the floor with my pets. They provided a box for the cats. But they ain't got no provision here for my pets. Where am I going to put them? Let them run around in the outside hallway? I love sharing this with you all, but send me your comments because I'm dumbfounded. What are they saying to me? That we're not going to do shit for you? I mean, come on, y'all. Help me understand. What are they saying to me? Please give me your comments. I want to know how you feel about getting 2 exterminating letters for treatment in your apartment that's supposed to be manifestation, and they're ignoring you. So they can treat everybody else, but they can't treat an elderly Black woman. I don't know what other reason for this. Help me find out. And I wanted to share something with y'all because I'm getting ready to get up out of here. Let me see. My sister called me this weekend. She said, Beverly, she said, next time you get on, my sister's name is Michelle. She said, I want you to post the songs. I've been doing it a little bit on my Facebook and on Instagram. And if she's like me and my mother, my grandmother, you get a premonition, you just get something that speaks to you on a calm level and it says it's going to be okay. And hers was, she said, Beverly, the song came to me. We gonna be all right. I gotta share that love with y'all. We gonna be all right. God is coming for us. He's been watching the constant, continued abuse. And you hate. Some people hate. But what happens when you look into the face? Now, I put on a post of this elderly woman. It's a warning. These disasters, it's like the things that I've said this about, is the shit that went on in Egypt, the oppression and all of that stuff with people. He watched it for years. Then he said, enough is enough. We're at the point now, exiting out of Egypt because God is saying, enough is enough. It's going to be a big change. But my sister's message said, we going to be all right. Oh, I feel good about that. Anyway, I love y'all. And I'm going to get back on here soon, especially on the 20th of February, to see what the judge says, because I got to include my story. I'm going to take my laptop with me, and I'm going to ask the judge, these are the situations that I've gone through, and I have been medically diagnosed with PTSD because of this kind of mistreatment, and it's going on. Why would you hide exterminators coming in this building for me and leaving my apartment and my kitchen cabinet just right over there? There's nothing crawling around or anything like that, but they get up underneath the stove where they have their little thing is, and they're on the cabinets. I keep everything in those. Yeah. I keep everything in these bags, these freezer bags that fit in there, and everything in my cabinet that's flour. Everything has freezer bags in it to keep them from getting in there. I don't know if they move on or whatever, whatever, but I'm afraid to cook sometimes because I'm all like, let me see. I'm digging and making sure nothing's moving. I gotta examine my shit before I cook it. Well, that's the point of being black and a female. You get no respect. You get no respect. To my sisters, I love you. I love all of you. All of you. You are worthy to be worshipped and praised, my dear. You're so beautiful. Ooh, God's people are so beautiful. They can't even throw me out of this country. Look. I'm an Indian. I got Indian in me. American Indian, y'all. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. If I was to wear a feather around my head, you would swear I was a natural born Indian. Look at that. What do you see? I'm black and Indian. And Indians are black. They've been over here for a long time. They just look like they look now because Europeans fuck the shit out of them. And you coming on over here with ships with no women? They've been doing it for centuries. It ain't just the British coming over here, the fucking Vikings and everybody else was tearing up that shit. You're so naughty, Beverly. I know it. But hey, I live alone and I'm happy with myself. It's been a big change from the duress I'm in because once they got rid of them, I was able to relax in here. I'm still not comfortable. But God, when God is for you, who can be against you? He gives you what you need. You just got to be smart enough. Smart enough. Stay on top of the game. See? Don't get mad. Don't get angry. Sit down there and think. Think it through. Then when you got questions, or you see something, you say, wait a minute, how can they do that? I tell you, boy, my mother raised us right. She said, don't believe everything you see. Check it out for yourself. Don't believe what everybody tells you. I don't care if my doctor told me that something was going to happen if I don't, whatever. You know what? You just a man. You don't know what God can do, okay? Give y'all some hope. When you reach the top and you know what's holding you down, and it's the goddamn elected people that we elect to help us are the ones we got to fight. And they said, well, like Elizabeth Warren says, a court matter. Hell, this shit ain't been to court yet. Where the fuck did she get that information? Excuse me, y'all. Where did she get that information from? I'm not stupid. So I gotta send her another thing saying this hasn't even gone to court yet because you all won't release public records. I'm smart. See, I got my stuff together. That's why I'm posting it on YouTube, TikTok, and all of them. Damn, if I go missing, my story is here. See, I heard that there's a new person running for governor against Miss Haley. I got to get with him. I got to invite him to my channels because she does not need to be governor of Massachusetts. She do not need to run again because she is the main person. And I got the videos to prove it, that she is blocking people from getting their public records of police accountability. So they're running rapid. They can get away with murder. We ain't heard nothing else from that state trooper that got executed. They're not even talking about it anymore. They didn't even talk about the instructor who instructed it and who did the punches and all of that. They ain't arrested nobody. They ain't even named anybody. So now you know how corrupt Massachusetts is. There's no law here. There's no law here other than what they want to do. And for a senator to write you a letter like this, I can't help you. Bullshit. Well, at least she wrote me. What happened to the other senator? Let me get off of here because you know what? They just not. These are the things I get quiet over because I got to pay attention to what's going on. And I got a lot right now that came up. So it just wasn't one incident. So that's why I had to post it. Oh, shit, I'm getting ready to go on an hour. Let me get up out of here. You know I love to talk. And I'm going to talk. I miss y'all. I'm feeling, coming out of that sun cold I was in. See, the sun cold that you get in is when things are starting to pile up on you. Hello?
Free and home estimate on a home security system in your area.
Lord, I get these calls all the time. If it ain't them, it's Medicare. And if it ain't there, it's the bracelet alert. God, I can't. Oh my God. Anyway, y'all, wish me luck. Not luck, because I believe in blessings. I don't believe in luck. Something happens, I'm blessed. So I got my cards ready. I got my hand. Okay. We in the game. I got my hand. I'm playing my hand now. Gotta play my hand. But it's not for me, it's for everybody. I'm taking on this fight for anybody else that was abused by this. And anybody else that's going through this and don't have a direction to go. This needs to get out to every Massachusetts resident. They don't even like it. Every time I mention Haley to a black person, they, oh God, we don't like her. She don't do nothing for black people. Now she's trying to do these little shits. I see those bits of shit for her in the news because the election time is coming. Now she's throwing little trinkets out there. Y'all know the game. Start watching these more food. Remember I put that video out there instead of saying motherfuckers, I say more food. Y'all start watching these more foods. Okay. The MS, more food. Because if you analyze them, And if you start talking with them, they have to communicate with you. Not like the governor, she won't communicate with anybody. Why, Miss Haley? We know who you are and what you are. I ain't insinuating nothing, but she got a close person in that office that I had an entanglement with, and my God, I could tell she is privileged, and it's like, how dare you attitude. And I told her, hey, I told you in the beginning that this conversation was going to be recorded. You have to get my permission. You just cannot record me. I said, listen, I told you I was recording it. I will play it back for you. And I played it back for her. And she missed that announcement, but she didn't even care about what I was calling. She kept saying, how dare you? You have to get my permission, and this is against the law. I said, can we get back to what I was calling for? We never did. She was so upset. She told me something about herself. She told me something about herself, the way she interacted with me. Think about this, y'all. This is what I think about. Why would she react like that and not even listen to what I was calling for? Now no one picks up when I call. I tell you, they very familiar with my name. But love y'all. And I'm going to end stream. And I will catch you all later. Love you.